Oh, to be young again. Your Majesty. Fishermen dragged out an odd object from Yavina. They claim that it emits a magical aura of sorts. As it's of no use to them, they're willing to part with it for a modest sum. I can either spend my morale or my money. Oh, requisition on behalf of the crown. Be like, it's mine. Fuck you. No, here's some money. So be it. Let's see what they've uncovered. Give them their coin. I've got the Lyrian horn. There we go. Well, aren't you an interesting one? Boost allies by 2 and damage enemies by 2. All of them? Blow, damn it. That horn needs the air more than you do. Oh, poor guy. Might want more than that. Boost a unit by 10 or boost everyone by 2 while hurting everyone by 2. I don't know. They both have their uses. Kind of want to give it a try. If there's at least 5 units on the board, then it's as powerful as this thing. If there's more than 5 units on the board, it's way more effective. This could be the great equalizer, where you weaken a ton of enemy units and strengthen a bunch of yours, maybe even killing some of theirs. Which I guess could also be a bad thing, huh? With them monsters and their weird death effects all the time. Well, this is why we explore carefully. We got a whole extra unit out of it. Let's see, you tell me about how I'm doing locally. 4 out of 10 in gold chests. And that's the only thing you tell me where I'm doing about how I'm doing completion-wise. Everything else, it's like, you've done 4 quests out of whatever that means. Huh. I guess it makes sense on some level. They don't want to remove the mystique of how much you've done or can do in this game, and or how many cards you can unlock and stuff like that. But for the gold chest, it's just straight up like you're unlocking stuff for a different game entirely. So if you're here for the purposes of doing that, letting you know when you're done is a decent thing to do. As far as I know, the gold chests straight up don't affect this game. They might be giving me a little gold without me noticing or something, but that's maybe it. Here's where the evil guys were. Alright, there's nothing to loot around here. Yeah, I've done this loop already. Alright. So, were you kidnapped over here?
Ah! Ah, Queen! Why, pretty as a painting she is!
Okay, but where'd they run off to? Oh, it's probably there. Point of interest. And point of interest. Did I miss that one? I'll have to go back and check. It's fine. I'm gonna run back on foot. There's quick time events. Sorry, not quick time events. There's map markers and whatnot, but I'm trying to find the event for these guys that stole the. There they are. So it is you. Oh, it's the strays again.
Though the Lyrian cavalrymen had imbibed spirits throughout the night, they not only managed to stay upright in their saddles, but even gained on the bandits and cut off any chance of escape.
Wow. The bandits aren't very good at this. Oh, did they not have horses? For better or for worse. Abducted. The battle was waged in a dense, dark wood, moonbeams scarcely piercing its canopy. Had it not been for the bride's radiant white dress, the Lyrians might not have determined the enemy's position, and so, seeing double, they staggered to battle, the taste of cold vodka still on their lips. Prevents the bandit abductor from reaching the right side of the row. Huh. Is he gonna be running through a series of, like, tree cards or something? Choose cards to redraw. Hide cards. Can I look at the... yeah. Lyrian huts. No ability. Cannot be targeted. Is resilient. Will not leave. A shining example of a mid-13th century Lyrian architecture. It's just a hut. Just hanging out. So yeah, it'll be there. It won't take damage. It just exists as a barrier. That's it. Bandit Abductor, 5 health, 25 armor. Every turn on turn start, move 1 place to the right. Whenever this unit takes damage, move 1 place to the left. If this unit moves to the rightmost side of the row, Meve is defeated. Ah. It moves left every single time I damage it at all. That doesn't seem too hard, but it's a lot of health to burn through. First, me good for nothing copper pinchin' uncle comes without a gift, and now bandits. Got a medic, but my characters aren't going to die because they can't attack me, can they? It looks like they have a hand with a bunch of cards, so maybe they will be attacking me. I got this guy, which will not really affect this fight much, but it just still damages by 2, which is better than the other horn had. The other horn only affects my victory in a normal game. Decoy lets me redo an effect. The Wagenburg, Regiment Drummer. I definitely don't want the Scythemen. Scythemen don't do anything besides affect the Wagenburg, but the Scythemen, like any unit can do that. I need a strategy. Let's see. Well, I don't want you guys. That's for sure. There you go. That'll draw the other pikemen, which is useful. You can affect the damage of the Wagenburg and the Arbalist. Decoy lets me reuse this Arbalist. I feel like the field medic's not a big priority in this one. It's a lot of drummers. I guess they help with the Wagenburg? I don't know. There might be too many drummers though, right? Like maybe I'd prefer another arbalist instead of another drummer? I don't know. Or a hero that lets me reuse the arbalist's abilities, not the arbalist, maybe even the drummer's abilities. Hey, there he is. He's probably better than a few of the other characters I can use.
Stop them!
Lyrian Banner. I forgot what this one does. Just move to the other rows is only ability. Aside from making my my ability easier to use, which I currently have no one to use it on. This can attack any row. These guys are back there. I can just hang out in my back row, I suppose. There's no reason to hang out in the other row. But if I let you move forward, then you can add an armor to him right off the bat. I think that might be worth it. There we go. I need to get that shield up to 30. Probably not. Mark a unit every turn on turn start damaged by 1. When mark unit's destroyed, mark another random enemy. Shit. So it's marked. It's gonna do that every turn. That's really bad for my entire plan. The Strays cavalry. Strays are growing bolder. They're stealing horses from the bloody royal stables. It's gonna do 1 damage per turn as long as it's on the field. Not good news for me. It's tempting to just fire this blast right now, then use the decoy to call it back. And then it won't be marked anymore. The problem is whatever I play next is going to be marked. It's only 1 damage though. It's just chipping away. Let's throw my pikemen down.
Ours is not to reason why.
Try to work on it. It's not very polite of you.
Left, right, left, right.
Right, I have to manually tell you to pull someone in. 2 of you guys? Oh. Not fond of that. I guess I should just fire now, but then they'll damage its health instead, which doesn't affect its damage values. That's a start. Did they both randomly select the same guy? They did.
Watch your heads.
Set a row on fire.
We must stop them.
Shit. All units in this row have a 33% chance of taking 2 damage. Only 1 in 3 chance though. The other ones damage you by 2 every turn, I think. The Stray's Bomber, it does that every time? I think its effect changed. I prefer to wake at dawn. My line of work ain't suited for candlelight. Learned that the hard way. Heh. Heh. Heh.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
And a time to die. I think now's the time to use the Arbalist. Get the first hit in. I don't know, this is a little bit of a weird scenario. This will help with some of the damage coming in, but not enough, necessarily. Does both, right? And the damage makes him go left, which is great.
Catch!
You're getting rude here. You're a durable one. And you let him resummon another guy.
Aye.
And then him fire again. Okay, we're down to... I don't think I'm doing this well. I should have done that differently. I should have saved him longer until all of the drummers are down, so at least I can keep summoning more dudes. At this point, we can start another round at least. If I use the decoy, I can recapture him so that his effect can at least be used again. If I place both of the war wagons, place both wagonbergs in the back row, and then stack that with the war wagon, one of them will do 3 damage, the other one will do 4 damage, I think. That'd be 7. Add the... We'll have to see, I may have already doomed us. With some not great order of operations. There's a lot happening right now. Let's get you back in my hand. I've also got to keep an eye on how many turns I have left. I'm thinking about whether or not I can do this before I run out of cards, but I gotta remember that I'm gonna have to... Oh, shit. If I had a Wagenberg down, I would have been able to capitalize on the fact that they all just got moved. That would have been nice. Ah. Every time you get boosted, oh, every time I use that ability, you shoot. Oh, I forgot about that. I need to keep track of that. Means I can keep pushing him back. Oh, crap. I should have been pressing that every time it just showed up, because the Arbalist will shoot again. What the? No! You killed my thing. I needed my thing. Shit. Shit. Defeat? Maeve's armor was overpowered and forced to retreat safer ground. From there, the queen planned her next moves. Restart? Did I accident... Oh, did he reach the end of the thing and I lost... I think I missed him reaching the end of the thing. I think that's the mistake I made. Alright, this is an interesting one. Huh. I finally lost for the first time. We have some idea of what losing looks like now. One potential thing is, yeah, use the knockback every single chance I get, because the Arbalist will keep shooting. I wasn't thinking about that. Not enough. Two Arbalists is good. I don't need that guy. A war wagon. I don't have a single of the thing. Although with just enough Arbalists on the field, they could just keep firing every turn. And that would really cause a lot of damage too. Maybe that's the build I should be going for. In which case, this guy drawing 2 more Arbalists is great, and this guy could use a damage boost on the boost on these guys will make them less likely to make them last longer. Yeah, I want to maximize my Arbalists, and they can shoot every other turn. In addition to shooting when they're being spawned, and that'll keep them from going from left to right. So let's try to get more Arbalists on the field. We'll see. There's one. I want that, and this can let me replay one of the Arbalists to do a higher damage attack. These can help me draw more, but they might draw other things too. I'm not using multi-unit strategy this time around. Come on. Oh, well, didn't get it. What happens, happens, I guess. What row should I work with here? I mean, they have a range of 2, so it doesn't really matter. Wait, didn't they say range of 2 before? No, it doesn't say range of 2. I think they just can attack. Yeah, it just says damage to any unit. It doesn't say anything about range. Doesn't matter, I guess, because we're attacking the front row primarily. He's far to the left at the beginning, so I can start things out with a bang. Let's start with summoning the regiment drummer.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
The next turn, the regiment drummer will summon a second unit. And then I'll summon the Arbalist with that, starting with 3 damage, just to start our ramp off better. And also now he's attacking that guy, which is great. Alright, you call someone, it's an Arbalist, great.
Give me a time.
That's good. Now I'll draw another one down.
Arbalist at your command.
There we go. And then I'll use my ability to make you harder to kill. Making them attack 2 more times. This is a great system, yeah. This increases in power exponentially, both because I keep stacking more Arbalists to do higher and higher damage, but also we do the special ability I have right now. Getting an Arbalist plus makes this whole challenge different. That's the strategy to focus on. I was using the usual momentum building that's worked so well in the past, but because this is a decent game, not using the same strategy isn't often the best call. Alright, summon 2 more Arbalists if you can. Is there 2 more? There isn't 2 more? Shit. Well, I mean, that added to the damage value at least. He starts off at 30. He's already down to 13. We've already half defeated him. This strategy is perfect. We're good. Stop it. I said... Stop it.
We must stop them.
There's a few things I could do, but I'm just gonna attack again. And then I keep trying to click on the actual icon. Let's heal the one that's damaged. Yep, we lose. Here, and he loses. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. Even when you lose, you're like, let's completely revamp the strategy. Boom, got him.
Meve's troops defeated the bandits and rescued the bride. Only to be surprised. For the maiden fair dropped to her knees and burst into tears of sorrow, not joy.
Weep not, child.
The queen said, placing her arm upon her shoulder.
It's over. You're free.
Nay, not so, your majesty. My lady, I've no love for Jan. No wish to wed him. It's my father. My family forced me. My heart's fimbers. He arranged the masquerade. I beg ye, if you've 1 ounce of kindness, if you've a heart, let us leave this place together and free.
This is all a masquerade. It's a false problem. Great. Did anyone die already? Because that's a bummer, if that's the case. Are these the people that, we had the note about, that were stealing their silverware away to afford running away? Because that was the hut just around the corner. Give the lovers leave to free.
This scheme you've pursued, I can't condone. Folk have been wounded. Some might have died.
Said the queen.
Yet, equally, I cannot let others force you to marry.
So, may we go, your grace?
You may. Fast as your legs will carry you, afore I've a change of heart.
And don't pull this kind of bullshit again. Ooh. Well, that's a nice little animation. This card's been added to your army. It can be found in the command tent. The Lyria and Rivia. How doesn't it ever fill? It's amazing.
Though none dared utter a word of chagrin, Meve sensed her subjects' bitter gazes upon her. At the first light of the morn, she left, without so much as a nod goodbye.
She didn't leave immediately? Do you think she'd leave immediately? Did I piss off my people again? No, we're still high morale. They were implying that they were unhappy, right? Or did I mishear that? Resources. I mean, I get that they're not happy that the fight was for naught, but I didn't choose that, and both options made the fight be pointless regardless. Lyria and Rivia. Boosts the lowest ally by the power of the highest ally. Fuck. Oh, glitched for a second there. That's a nice looking animation. I'm just noticing how... I've played Gwent a little bit now, and like... These cards just look better in this game than they do in Gwent. Which is weird. Especially if they're going to show up in Gwent. I guess they've just had practice, right? Like making this particular art style work, which is really particular. After praising how cool it looks in this game, it's interesting to go back to Gwent and see how much it's like... How much they probably stumbled on their way to getting to here. You'll find no braver warrior than a tipsy recruit. Alright, boost your lowest ally by the power of the highest ally. That could be very strong. That said, I don't have a ton of times where somebody has a power of 10 or higher, so you really have to build it up. Otherwise, you would just want to use the ability that makes somebody go up by 10 power. Worth considering. We definitely keep finding trinkets instead of soldiers, which I guess makes a narrative sense. Huh? Let's review how many units of each type we have, because I never remember well. I have 2 war wagons, 5 arbalists, 5 scythmen, 3 drummers, 2 pikemen, 2 wagenburgs, 2 medics. I'm better remembering the 3 drummers in particular, I think. But yeah, the siege weapons I have 2 each of. I kind of want more pikemen. Like, if I'm gonna have the draw all the pikemen ability, I'd want to have more than 2 of them. Otherwise, it's just one 3-power dude becomes 6. Do I want to spend my money yet is the question on cards, or keep upgrading. So that's the 3rd trinket. Tempting, because trinkets are nice. Here's more recruits every round. There's a bunch of stuff that's just locked away. I guess that's story progress. This might be a long game if we still haven't seen any of those get unlocked. I mean, we get this early on and it keeps building for the rest of the game, so having more recruits for the rest of the game seems like a good thing to have, even if though I'd like to have the trinket one. So now I've established both of these. So I'll get golden recruits every single fight for the rest of the game. That seems good, I think. I want you, though. I want more little items sprinkled into the inventory. Yeah, it'll probably have an icon when something's actually new there, but I keep checking out of habit. What if there's something there? What'll I do? So they're gonna be mad at me? I mean, I don't have to go back. I could just not find out. Oh, he's sobbing. You should have... Well, you should have had a more loving and honest relationship with your daughter, and then maybe she wouldn't feel the need to run away from you and lie to you.
Told you she were an harlot. Told you she'd mean trouble.
Told you she were an harlot? Really? She was stolen by thieves, so you go to the... You think she's a whore now?
Oh, to be young again. Heart bursting with love.
Yeah, that went back around to being truer than I thought.
Told you she were an harlot.
I guess, it must have the rumor must have spread already about why she was escaping. Really defeating the purpose of her faking her own kidnapping. She might as well just picked a direction and walked, and then disappeared. If, she couldn't keep the, rumor airtight. Yeah, I haven't been there yet. I must have missed it or something. Because that one is a point of interest. Let's see. I can warp there. That's as close as I can get. I don't have any fast travel spots around there. I don't know. Maybe it's just a thing where I could have had an option to do something and I said, In which case it'll be disappointing when I get there and there's nothing there, but at least I can fast travel back out. They were really mad that I only punished them by not murdering them. Was it down here in the woods? Can I go into like the back roads down here or something? Oh, it's just this guy. Can I go through there? Can't even go through there, but no, it's just that merchant. So these are just things that I can do if I want to come back and do them, but I don't want to do them, so I won't do them. It's story time. Told you she were an harlot.
Column of smoke. God damn it! Make haste!
As the Clayton estate appeared from behind a tree line, the Queen and all in her retinue knew at once they had arrived too late. A veritable swarm of bandits milled about the yard.
Who have we here? I'll take a gander, lads. The Queen herself has deigned to come and see us.
See you, then kill you.
The strays of Sparla. 'Tis you who lead them. 'Tis you they call the Duke of Dogs.
Aye, 'tis I they dub so, and in other pleasant ways. Prince of Pariahs, Thane of Thieves, Baron of Brigands, and Marquess of Mendacity.
Colourful titles all, yet you omit one. Common cutthroat!
I beg your pardon and cry foul. I am anything but common.
You needn't get excited, Caldwell. Where is Lord Clayton?
Sadly, my lord's no longer with us. Turned us away, you see. Denied us hospitality. A sacred right, after all. Angered the gods mightily, I expect, as he promptly met a tragic end. Fell in the well and broke his neck.
I've heard enough. To arms! Attack!